Okay, I have a Jalissa here with me today. Hey, Jalissa.
Hi.
Hey, I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm looking forward to just being able to chat with you for a bit and just see how your journey has been so far since you've been in the program. So you are officially 8 weeks,
Yes.
yeah, 2 months into the program. So I just have a few questions for you, and yeah, just answer them to the best of your ability because I think it's going to really be helpful for a lot of women that might have been in the same place as you, or they're seeing the stuff that's happening, they're just not sure if it's for them. So I want you to be honest with me in terms of telling me like what was going on in your life before you actually joined the program.
Okay. So I felt like I was very anxious all the time,
Okay.
and I had to always be in control of like how I did things
Hmm.
to help with my anxiety.
Hmm. Yeah.
I was overthinker also,
Mm.
and it always put my body in like a lot of stress. So I was constantly like just like a heart racing, just overthinking, and it wasn't good for like my overall health, right?
Hmm. And so, like, is this something that's always been a part of who you've been that you've noticed, or is it something that came developed like later on in life, or what was that
This has
about?
always been something that I always dealt with since like I
Mhm.
was younger.
Okay.
So it was something that like my body just was accustomed to, was just used to. So
Yeah.
like for me to cope with it, I had to do certain things so I wouldn't feel the stress. So that
Yeah.
was a part of like the control, like how things are operated, how they're done, knowing things in advance, and just like kind of also like stirring conversations in a certain way just so I know things in advance. So that way I was like mentally prepared for it.
Okay. So it
Yeah.
really was like always feeling like you had to be in control and like
Yeah.
always like 10 steps ahead of everything.
Exactly. Always have to be 10 steps ahead. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. So then what made you finally say yes, okay, I can't keep doing life like this anymore. Like I need to make a change. What was it for you?
Really what it was is just like my overall like journey in life. Like I just
Hmm.
knew like a lot of things had to change.
Yeah.
Like with my mindset, just like everything that I have like gone through.
Hmm.
I had a breaking point, obviously, and it is also spiritual, right? Because I my
Yeah.
walk with Christ.
Yeah.
So that breaking point opened doors for me to, sit down and look at and reflect at myself and see that, like, okay, like what you're doing is not right because I am
Hmm.
not God. I cannot be in control of everything. I
Yeah.
can't be 10 steps ahead because anything could happen, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I noticed before I could be 10 steps ahead. But then
Yeah.
after now in the journey, it's like something would always happen where I couldn't be 10 steps ahead. It was like, okay, you did all this for
For
nothing.
nothing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You were doing like all like super organized, trying to plan ahead all of the things. And it's just like
Yeah.
you never know what can come up and kind of like shift what you
Yeah,
thought.
it was just like like simple stuff. Like if my friends like organized a dinner,
Yeah.
I would like look up the restaurant to see like where I'm gonna sit, like all these different
Really?
things. Like I had to know like where everything was gonna look. Like it was just a lot, and it's
And
just
that
like
felt stressful then, I
yeah, it did
guess.
feel stressful.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. So then, okay. So sorry, my mind's going all over the place based on
Hmm.
some of the things that you just said. Okay. So what is something that you say about yourself that has already changed that you've noticed? Because you're telling me all of that stuff, but what are some things you can say about yourself that you've noticed has already changed in the last 2 months since you've been in the fierce feminine pathway? Like what comes to mind for you?
For me, it's the overthinking for sure. And
Okay.
the whole control part. I know like
Yeah.
a lot of like the women will say in the program like the control, but like the control literally can consume you. Like it literally can consume your day to day. Like it's a lot to deal with, right?
Yeah.
Um being in the program, it has allowed me to have this weight off my shoulder where it's like it's okay to just like take a breather, relax. Yeah, you can still plan everything and like plan out everything, but you don't have to be so aggressive about it. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just too much, right? So
Yeah.
what actually helps me to relax when I'm planning is like typing everything out and seeing
Okay.
it in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like just being chaotic everywhere.
Yeah.
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 And just take it like little by little, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's so good. And so I think a lot of people they are when they hear the fierce feminine pathway, they're thinking like, what is this? What does this mean? Like, what what were your thoughts in terms of like when we spoke? I know in terms of like you stepping more into your femininity, what that meant, like giving up the control, being more at peace, not feeling like you had to do everything, being more vulnerable. And did you realize that some of these things were actually pulling you out of your femininity, or was this like kind of like breaking news, or were you even aware of it?
I was not aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
it's something I've done my whole life and seen and taught
Hmm.
that it's just like a norm to me, right? So then
Okay.
when I see you now
Yeah.
acting in femininity, I'm like, something's so different about you. Like,
Yeah.
what is this? And you can see it on somebody, right?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
they're walking in their femininity, right? Because when I first thought femininity, I'm thinking like, oh, like so sweet and dainty
Hmm.
and all these different things, right? But it's just like it's not even that. It's just that the way
Yeah.
you have conversations with people, the way that you just move about things, like it could just be like something so simple as like I would if someone had a job to do, I would want to take over the job, right?
Yes.
What it could be like the bag person that wants to carry my bags for me, and I'm like, no, I got this, and I'm
Yeah.
just grabbing it. But then you're like, okay, let me just relax and let people do what they need to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is
Hmm.
so true. Yeah. No, and I'm laughing because the example
Hmm.
that you just gave, that was me. And
Hmm.
because I mean, like with my background being like in fitness and health, I'm like, oh no, I'm
Hmm.
super strong. So don't worry,
Hmm.
I can lift a tire too. I can do
Yeah.
all the things. It's like
Hmm.
relax, let
Hmm.
someone else help you out. And I know sometimes as women, if we've been used to being in a certain role or doing certain things, it's like, no, I got this. I can do this. Like,
Hmm.
I don't need your help. I don't need to ask for help. Do you
Hmm.
find for yourself that before you didn't really want to ask for help, or where are you kind of at right now in terms of being vulnerable and asking for help? How is that for you?
Now, I can ask for help for sure, 100%.
Okay, love it.
Because I wasn't taught like, okay, this person can help you, or, you know, you can just ask for help, just
Yeah.
I was like, I have to do it myself. Because if I do it myself, I can't blame anybody for how the outcome is, right? So
Yeah.
if I have control, if anything happens, I have myself to blame, right?
Yeah.
And I always
Huh.
seen like I not like other people can't do something that I can't do,
Yeah.
but to me it was just like I had to do it because I know how I want it.
Yeah.
I know when I want it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now I can ask somebody for help.
Yeah. Okay, that's so
Mhm.
good. That is so good. Okay, so then tell me this. What's something that you'd say that you struggled with that actually feels different for you now? Here we are, 8 weeks later. How does it feel different for you now?
What feels different for me now is that I like you said, women are natural fixers, right? And
Hmm.
we always want to fix
We want
things.
to.
We always want to give our input in things.
Yeah,
It's like somebody can tell you something, even if it's like not for yourself, but then you
yeah.
can jump in and be like, okay, do A, B, and C. Even though sometimes you don't do it for yourself, but you can do that, right?
Hmm.
I was always like a problem solver like that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Especially when friends give ask me for advice, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now a big thing that changed for me is that when somebody asks me for advice or vents to me,
Hmm.
I can listen and then give my input, but not fix it for them.
Ooh.
That's not my job for them to fix it. Now I steer
Okay.
them in a direction like, did you pray about it?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about this in your spirit? Is there something that you can change about this? It's not me saying you should have did this, you should have did that, da
Hmm.
da da, and doing all the research for them and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. Right? It's so
Yes.
different now. It's so different now.
How does that feel for you? Because I know you. So how does that
Hmm.
feel for you to like not be the one to like giving all the recommendations, all the
Hmm.
suggestions, telling them
Hmm.
step by step what to do, letting them know, look,
Hmm.
I actually did research and I heard that if you do this, this, and this, then
Hmm.
that will happen. How does
Hmm.
that feel for you just to kind of like be like, oh, that's interesting? Or what are your thoughts? What do you like? How does that feel, that shift for you?
Not doing that now is peace. There's a peace with it, right?
Oh,
There's a piece.
okay.
And also going into conversations, you're not. mentally prepared where you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do, I have to. It's like a job. Like you have to wait, get your notepad, and you're like, okay, all right, girl, tell me what's going on. Da, da, da. Now it's like a piece. Like, okay, let's have a conversation. Let's talk,
Yeah.
and yeah, and you
Okay.
can leave feeling like, okay, I didn't just take on all of these things on my shoulder.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And I think some people might not know this about you, but I know you actually are social. I mean, you might be shy
Hmm.
sometimes, but you are social.
Hmm.
So what changes have you noticed? Because I know you do have girlfriends and you do have guy friends. How has your interaction or your conversations changed compared like with your maybe say for example your guy friends now compared to how it may have been before?
So it's funny because with when I would talk to guys, I'd
Hmm.
be um like the over talker or like taking the lead, taking
Hmm.
control.
Yep.
But it's not like I set myself up, but like telling my guy friends I'm in the program
Right.
and then they're just like, okay, you're in the program. So
Okay.
then when I do certain things that I did before, they're like, oh, but I thought, no, let me speak. Like I'm still talking, you know what I mean? Or like,
Hmm.
no, I have this under control. Like you don't. So it's like they call me out on it now, right? And then
Good.
when I realize that I'm still doing certain things,
Hmm.
but then it like shifts me to be like, okay, I got caught.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me fall back, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they've noticed a big difference. So they're like, oh, okay. You're letting me lead the conversation and you're
Mhm.
letting me give the input. Okay, all right.
Okay. And so how have they told you how it makes them feel? Like, or I mean, they're noticing the changes in you, but I
Mhm.
mean, like, have they said like how it now shows up for your relationship with them? Like what that looks like? Have they commented on that?
They haven't commented on it,
Yeah.
right? In the sense that I haven't really acted in the strong like masculine like
Right.
I've always still been like a certain way with a certain way with like my male friends,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? It's just more so like the conversations.
Okay.
So I notice like the conversations are different. So when I
Okay.
have a conversation with them now
Uh-huh.
and they're just like, okay, I got to figure this out myself, it's more of like, thank you for listening. It's not thank you
Yeah.
for doing this A, B, and C for me. It's just like, thank you for just showing up. Thank you for just listening. Thank you
Yes.
for just being a friend. Like, I just needed you to listen. I didn't want you to do this and that for me, right? Because one
Mm.
thing I can say that wasn't good was that when I would do the fixing or
Yeah.
like inputting and it didn't go a certain way for them, I'm like, you should have listened to me. And
Ooh.
yeah, that was not good. Because then that would
Yeah.
start like arguments or I would start like, why are you throwing it back in my face when you're supposed to be my friend to help me, right?
Yeah.
But now you're saying like I should have listened to you or kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now it's shifted where it's like just thank you for showing up, just thank you for listening.
Ooh, I love
Hmm.
that. That is huge, Jalissa. That is
Hmm.
really huge. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have another question for you. So, since the program has started, we have eyeballs like, kind of emailing, sending us DMs, asking questions. But I think there's still some women that are just kind of sitting on the fence and they're just not sure, can this work for me? Because like I am overly controlling or I do feel like I'm in survival mode. What would you tell that woman that's kind of like hemming and hawing and they feel like, I've just always been this way. So like, I mean, it's not going to work for me. What would you say to that person?
Okay, I would say to that woman that you really have to self-reflect, right? And
Hmm.
really sit down and be like, what am I doing that's making me, think a certain way or do certain things, right?
Yeah.
Because we're so used to doing things. And then when you reflect, you're like, oh my gosh, like that right there had me in anxiety. My nervous system was like in overdrive, right?
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of reflection first
Yeah.
and going over like what are the issues, what are the areas I need help with,
Yeah.
and then taking the next step to be like, okay, I'm doing all these things. I need help to manage all these things, right?
Hmm.
And then when you take the next step and joining the program,
Yeah.
going through all the different steps and all the different modules,
Yeah.
you're going to realize like as you go, you're going to realize like, whoa, I can't believe I've been living like this for
I
this long.
know.
It's
I
crazy.
It actually is kind of nuts. It really is. And then
Yeah.
so let me ask you this. Sorry, I'm totally cutting you off because I don't want to lose this train of thought. Have you noticed, like, did you just give an example? Like, if you feel like you're kind of going back, they'll kind of, your friends will kind of call you on it. Have
Hmm.
you noticed that, like, if you start to go back into the old patterns, you identified so quickly and
Right away. Right away.
and you want to get
Right
back to
away.
like this
Hmm.
safe feminine, like you just want
Yes.
to get back so
Hmm.
quickly because
Yeah.
it feels so much
Because
better.
yeah, because you didn't like how you felt before when you realize,
Yeah.
right? So you want to go. It's like your safe place, like your
Mm,
calm place. You want to go
yeah.
back.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And you're pretty much saying what the other women have said as well too. It's like when they feel themselves starting to shift or go like, nope, I don't like it over there.
Hmm.
Let me get back to this
Hmm.
more safe, calm
Hmm.
place, and it just feels natural because that's where we're
Hmm.
supposed to be anyways. It just feels
Hmm.
like this natural place, and I think that's a bit of kind of what you were gonna say as well too. Like
Yeah.
when like that's what it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where something someone says it's really hard to explain. You have to actually experience it.
Yeah. Hmm. It is. It's a journey. It really is, right? But it is something that you can't like, you have to go through it. But it is something that like when you go through it, you can recognize it and you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what is going on? And then you recognize it in other people too, right? You're
Yes.
just like, oh my gosh, like but how do you just
Yeah.
have to
No, you have
show
to leave it
clearly.
alone.
Yeah, just leave it alone. You just have to like be an example for yourself because
Yeah.
people will start to notice, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is
Mhm.
so good. Okay, final thing that I want to say or ask of you. Like I said, you're only 8 weeks in, but it's as even though it's a short period of time, I still feel like there's been so much change for you and
Mhm.
the other ladies in the community that are on this journey as well, though, too. What's something else that you're looking forward to see develop more or to transform for yourself?
Um, Okay, so one thing, actually, a couple things I can say with
Yeah.
the program, it's just not only about the like the meditation and the different like softness and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah, yeah.
everything. There's so much different things in the program that I want to see for myself, like just like the movement, the exercise, mindset too.
The five
Um,
pillars that we
yeah,
go through.
everything like
Yeah.
shift for me.
Yeah.
So I think once I really can grab on to like everything in the program and
Yeah.
take advantage of it, I feel like there's going to be more of a complete transformation. Yeah.
There is, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of women like when I tell them like, yeah, we touch on femininity is huge. It's the overarching theme, but
Hmm.
like the five pillars, like we're gonna review faith, your feminine energy, your fitness and wellness,
Hmm.
your family and friendships, your finances, all of those things.
Hmm.
It really is going to be that internal
Hmm.
transformation that will just inevitably show up externally. So
Hmm.
I am as well looking forward to seeing all of these things work through you.
Yes.
Um, I know this is like I said, we're just at 8 weeks. I do want to do another follow up with you. I don't know, at some point, maybe 16 weeks or some at another point, because I really am excited to witness and to be able to coach you along on this journey. And I thank you for actually just even trusting us to be able to help you on this because
Hmm.
it's a very personal, right? And because
Hmm.
it's really having to kind of look at yourself and be like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize. And but no one's really judging you because you get to go
Hmm.
along on this journey, and step by step it's building on what you learned before. So I congratulate you for being on this journey. I thank you for allowing us to coach you on this journey. And really and truly, Jalissa, I'm looking forward to see all that lies ahead for you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And I want to thank you also for you going through this journey, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause you had to go through it for you
To
to,
be able to
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely God inspired, and just completely being obedient to what He's told me to do and how I'm going to show up and be able to help other women. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thanks, Jalisa.
You're welcome.